healing crystals, skincare routines, knitting a sweater, fitting in jeans. With Katie and Sarah, no need to worry, you're on a lady journey.
Have we started?
No. Yes,
No.
we have. Yeah, we have.
We always flow in.
We do an hour
I was like,
warm-up.
is this happening? Okay.
We like to wait until the guest says something salacious. Then we're like, clip it. But welcome to Lady Journey,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Kara Klenk.
Thank
so
you for
wonderful
having
to
me
see
on your
you.
journey. It's
yes.
great to see you.
I like to
guys.
see you in New York because I always felt like it was always nice to see you in the scene here. I always get along. We always had fun.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, what's even happening here now? I don't know. I've done 3 shows since I've been here, and they've all been at the same place. So I don't even know what
the scene is very, very different now.
Yeah,
It's
I mean, it's same in LA.
Yeah.
I mean, post
a lot of
pandemic and everything.
Right.
Everything's like
Yeah.
so different and weird.
But you know what I remember about you? You had a show that was so funny. It was at a gay bar in way over on the west side. It was in Hell's Kitchen, and the decor was like fairy. It was like erotic fairy.
I did?
Was that you? Or maybe you were just on the show that was there. There were like
Probably.
centaur. The tables were centaurs.
Honestly, I don't remember this at all. So it's not my
So
show, but
funny.
it's possible I was on it.
You must have just been on it because I remember you cracked me up because you were like, I just thought that was a man. And it was like the centaur table. You're like, I thought that was like someone staring at me.
Oh my God, I wish I could remember this. I usually have such a good memory, but having 2 children has sapped my memory and brain.
I think it was called Fairy Tale. It was like, I love the gay bar tradition of like, it's a horny pun.
Yes.
Fairy Tale.
And I
think that's
loved
what it
all
was.
the shows at the gay bars. I mean,
my God,
I
the
loved
best.
the best. I remember doing a show at the gay bar Therapy on Super Bowl Sunday, and I was like, this is the best crowd of all time.
Oh my
Because it's just
God.
people that don't want to be watching football,
Yeah.
and they're watching stand-up.
Right,
Count
where
me
you're like,
in.
that's my demographic.
Yeah.
I can't have a lot of alpha males in the crowd.
No, I never do well.
I don't. Yes, I don't mind a few, but I can't have.
Beta males, on the other hand.
I bring them in.
welcome.
They're in my
Welcome,
DMs.
sir.
They love.
So you're in town for the summer.
Yes, I'm back in New York and its environs for the summer with the fam.
That's
rented out my
nice.
house in LA.
Nice.
Yeah, just trying to. I'm from here, so I'm trying to like see family and kind of, you know,
Would
switch it up a little.
Are you happy in LA?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I love New York and I love LA. Like I
think you can
truly
like
think
both.
I love both for different reasons.
Right.
And people are like, yeah, but which one? Like, would you move back here? And I'm like, I really love LA. I would move back to New York if I had I'd have to have a bunch more money, I feel like.
Right. Well, 2 kids.
Yeah.
You need the
Yeah.
space.
And you need a yard.
Yeah, I mean, our yard is small in LA. We got enough space, but there's also tons of outdoor spaces in LA, like parks and stuff. So we're good. It's just like I like them both for different reasons. I really like having kids in LA, and I have a newfound respect for NYC parents. And since I've been here, like, oh my God.
Oh, you're like going in cabs without car seats.
Yeah, like I mean, which I'm always pretty loose about. Anyway, no, but like I'm like, but like just the way that I used to be, like that little 20-something that was on my way to my job, and I was like, get out of my way.
Oh, I love it.
Tourists
With your
Yeah.
frappuccino.
Yeah, but
venti.
but I would like help people down the stairs if they had a stroller. You know,
Oh,
like
right.
I
No,
was
it's
like,
like,
oh,
yeah,
mom,
you
you
weren't
know,
a complete
parents,
maniac.
whatever. And then I nannied and stuff in the city a ton
Yeah.
later. Like, but like. I really saw it with my kids. I mean, first of all, my kids, when they walk down a street, it's like they're going all over the place. So if you're like in your business suit on the way to work, they're your worst nightmare. And I'm like trying to corral them, but I just could see how people in New York were like, ugh, as I was like, and I was in like Tribeca, and then I was in Carroll Gardens for a week too. But I don't know.
I
feel
feel
like
like
a place
you
for
have
kids.
to you have to allow for kids. I don't allow for tourists blocking the entire subway platform. I'll be like, excuse me. But if it's a kid like careening towards me, I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
just
it's like
bobbing
they don't
and weaving,
know.
letting
Yeah.
it go,
And,
letting
like,
it go.
Yeah, my kids complain about walking everywhere. We stayed at a place that was right above a subway. I go, do you know how fucking prime? Can we swear?
Yeah.
Just don't say the
words.
C word.
Yeah.
Can't monetize.
Oh, you can't. Oh, got it.
On
Okay.
YouTube.
Interesting. Good to know.
But you can spell it.
See you next Tuesday. But like, well, yeah, when my kids are being little, see you next Tuesday. No, that's not what I was going to say. But yeah, like just, I'm like, we're right on top of a subway. Do you know how prime that is for New York? And they're like, oh, more stairs. Like they're just being so, they're used to getting in a car and going where they have to
Little
go.
LA
So,
babies.
I know. I'm like, you're so.
These little LA
And I took
legs.
them to this beautiful public pool that was like brand new in this part of Brooklyn. My daughter's like, it's cold. I'm like, can you stop? The problem is me. I'm the problem. Like I thought I was going to like wow a 4 and a 6-year-old with the magic of New York City.
Yeah.
And they don't give a fuck. I mean,
Right.
they're
Right.
like, oh, the M&M store. Now we're talking.
Yeah,
But
thank
besides
you.
that,
Right,
like,
right.
they're like, they don't care about the architecture and the go buzz. They like
Right,
the
right.
subway. They like
Yeah.
the subway once we're on the train, but like, yeah, they're not.
That's how it was with when my nieces came when they were young. My brother and I were like, we were going to take them to the Natural History Museum.
We did it.
We didn't even get there. We we went to the peanut butter and jelly restaurant where you can get all different kinds of peanut butter sandwiches or whatever.
Jeez,
and
I'm
they
sure it's
loved
like
that.
fortune.
Yeah.
But then we cut where I was like, let's cut through Washington Square Park. And then it was summer and it was a water fountain. People were kind of hanging out in there and watching music. And they were so happy there. And then my brother and I were like, let's just do this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
yeah.
that's lovely.
That's how kids are,
Let's
though.
not push it.
Like,
Yeah.
Instead of taking a huge trek up onto the Upper East or
Well,
Upper West.
Yeah, it's right by my old apartment, so I wanted to take them up there and like show them the neighborhood a little bit too. Which again, they don't give a shit. But like, we took a picture in front of my old apartment, and they were like, "Are we done yet?" Like, they don't care. But we did Natural History Museum because my kids do like planned stuff. Like for some reason, my daughter's against all the outdoor water stuff here. I'm like, look, there's a splash pad you can run around. She's like, no.
Yeah.
She's like against it. My son loves it. My daughter not into it.
I think kids are 50-50 on
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Either they love it or they hate it. There's no in between.
well, water it's intense.
She loves swimming. It's just the random spraying of it, not for
the
her.
spraying. Yeah. I
And
get
there's
it.
usually sand nearby, then your feet get dirty.
Yeah.
So it's a mess.
I mean, I'm on her side.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be getting in a random,
Listen.
like, an open fire hydrant. Yeah.
An open fire hydrant.
So I was just with my friends with Rocky. I was with Rocky last week when I did my lake trip. And I was babysitting him and he was cracking me up. I'm like, this is my Shark Tank because he didn't want to play with any of his toys. We have like 1,000 toys. That's like plastic, bells, whistles. It was like the salt and pepper shaker.
Oh, yeah.
Magnets. And I was like, I'm going to invent toys that look like they're not toys.
Yeah, it's so
Like,
smart.
that's what I need.
Literally, when my daughter turned like 1 or 2, Erin Lennox, who is another former New
love
York
her.
comic.
Shout out.
Yeah, she gave me, because I was like, don't bring anything for presents unless you have like old DVDs and a bottle of vitamins. Like that's all like she cares about. And so she got these old vitamin bottles and put pictures of our kids around the outside of them and then filled them with rocks. I mean, like favorite toy. Like I just got rid of them
Amazing.
because they got rid of the rocks somehow. But like they were like the best toy. They literally want anything, a paper clip, like anything that is not a toy. It's such a smart idea.
I think like an old laptop
Oh yeah.
that lightly works.
Oh, yeah.
They
or
will
the
not stop touching
the
my
Apple
laptop.
Control. You guys love that.
Yeah, he likes that.
I feel like it would just be fun to go on Shark Tank as Lady Journey. Like you watch it and I'm like, I have an acting background. Like I could dazzle.
You could dazzle, yeah.
Hello. Hi, sharks.
Hello, sharks.
But that's just my fantasy.
I mean, it's like why they make kids like little cell phones, little keys. Like those aren't supposed to be toys, but those are things.
Right.
Like,
Like,
I guess.
you need to learn to go on errands.
Yeah, but I
Okay?
think it's also just the don't touch that my kids are drawn to.
Oh,
Yes,
sure,
They love
anything
everything
that's
that they're not supposed to
expensive.
touch.
Yeah, small.
Yeah.
It's maddening. It drives me insane.
You're an LA mom.
I'm an LA mom.
What's
I'm
it
in
like?
all the LA mom groups.
Are you really?
Yeah.
What
well,
is-
I'm into.
Okay, what's that
Well, that's
like?
all of them.
Because I haven't gotten into a mom
Does
group
that
yet.
happen here? I mean, because it sounds a lot.
I'm not in school yet.
Right.
So there's people I see all the time that I run into and I've made slight friends.
Yeah.
But nothing solid.
Yeah. Well, I'm in one group that's like 7,000 women. And
Also,
we're
I'm
all-
just friends with nannies.
That's so funny. When I was a nanny, everyone was always like, "Your son is so cute," and I was like, "I'm 30. You think that's my baby? Babies having babies? I'm but a girl." I was like, "I'm a stand-up comic who's doing this for cash." But yeah, the Park Slope Moms is like, or Park Slope Parents was one that apparently like the New York Times wrote about and stuff. And it feels like the group I'm in is like a little bit like that. It's only
Silver Lake
moms and people who identify as moms, and it's the northeast of LA, so it's Silver Lake, Highland Park, Echo Park, like that whole area.
Ooh,
so it would be
bougie,
like it would be just
bougie.
like if Brooklyn, it was like Brooklyn Moms or something like that, because
Yeah.
I think that's like the vibe of the neighborhood I live in, and it's really helpful in so many ways, because you could just go on there and be like dentist, and like you see all the post people have been like recommending dentists. You can be like, you can be like Baby Moon. You can say, I mean, unfortunately, what people do that is annoying and gross is they'll post like a photo of a rash and be like, "What is this?" And you're like, "Go to a doctor."
They're
like,
using it for medical advice.
Yeah, like, and I'm like, and sometimes the kid's face is in it, and I'm like, I don't think your kid wants their rash-ridden face, like body, on this group for 7,000 people to see. So I'm always like, so I mostly am on there just to gather information, and then sometimes I sell stuff or whatever, but I don't get involved in a lot of the philosophical parenting debates which people get into,
those
or
must be juicy.
or like political. When people start talking about politics, I mean, the pandemic people were popping off. It was psychotic. But I was like, I was just there with like popcorn, being like, you know, this is fun.
I love
God,
it.
yeah.
I live for the drama.
Yeah,
the
the
voyeur-
drama.
the
You know what it
voyeurism.
reminds me of a little bit of like our lady comedy groups that we used to be in back in the day.
We was just talking about that
miss
recently.
I miss it. Why can't we get back in there?
We
and
were
just-
talking about the T app.
The T app. Did you hear about this?
No.
App, it was an app for women to all like rate men that they've been on dates with.
Oh yeah, there's like Facebook groups that are called like, "Are you dating my boyfriend?" or "Are you dating this guy?"
Yes,
or
it's always
whatever.
been
I gotta
around
get
in
in
some
those.
form, but we were just talking about back in the day in the female group, it'd be like there'd be one or two girls that would screenshot what we're saying in there and show it to the men, and you're like,
You ruined it for everybody.
Yeah.
I wasn't even in there for
Or
safety. I was in there for
screenshot
entertainment.
it and show it to like a club owner. It's like, that's like not even someone that's like, that's just like someone was trying to warn people about like a club owner not acting correctly, and they were like, I showed it to the club. They showed it to the club. It's like, that's not even a person you're trying to like fuck or something, you know, or like a good friend. That's like a business guy who's above us,
Right.
You know,
he's on the wrong side.
yeah. So,
Interesting.
so in a little bit of a way, like there is helpful information, and then there's also drama. I
love it.
It's fun.
Well, that's like Joe was showing me. He follows this like modern parenting Instagram account, and they had quoted Tucker Carlson, and he's like, okay, well, what did Rush Limbaugh say underneath it? And it was all just like stuff that's already scientifically based. So there's no read. I thought the right words they use, and I'm like, oh, I've never heard this. Why do you use a political stuntman as your quote? Like, not to be all political.
Right. It seems totally asinine.
But it does seem asinine for a parenting to just quote Tucker Carlson.
My hero.
Why is he involved? You
Yeah,
know,
it's like,
like,
It
by
might
the way,
be right advice, but it's also, you could have probably said this from another parenting journal, because it's not like he created it.
wait, what was the advice though?
yeah.
Oh, to prioritize your marriage first and then the kid, and that would be a happier family.
He did
or
not come
whatever.
up with that. He did not come up with it. That's
That's
common
always been
knowledge.
around
Yeah.
as the hierarchy of like
Yeah.
It's like Tucker
prioritizing.
Carlson. He's the new Esther Perel.
Yes.
So funny.
Who knows? He's making moves, right?
Yeah, he
Tucker's
is.
moving away.
He's all over the place.
He's all over who knows? He could have
He's
a
a
parenting
deadhead.
podcast next week.
Well, Sarah ran into him.
We did in Bethel, Maine. He
He
has
went
a
to my
house in
college,
Maine.
by the way.
Did he really?
Yes, I famously
Now I'm obsessed
went
with
to
him
the same
weirdly.
college as Tucker Carlson and Jesse Waters. Two
Wow.
Who's
huge-
Jesse Waters?
Yeah,
I don't-
another Fox News guy,
Okay.
big Fox News guy. And then I went to the same high school as Ann Coulter. Much
Wow.
older, much older, much older, much older. Tucker, much older as well. I met him once when I worked at Conan.
Oh yeah, he's like 10 years older than I am. I think.
You saw him in Maine?
Yeah, Joe and
You
I
saw
were
Casual Tucker.
casual Tucker with his wife.
New England Tucker.
We were at one of those resorts that's a ski resort, but it's got a golf course and like a spa kind of situation. And it had like, the restaurant was decent. It's the only restaurant in the area that's open on a Monday, Tuesday, because everything in New England in the summer is just closed Monday, Tuesday. So we were just there, and I think it was probably one of the only restaurants open within a 20-mile radius that's somewhat decent. And I went to go take Marty out, and then I see this guy. It's so weird because you wouldn't think of him as discerning qualities, but I clocked him immediately, and I was like this. I was still excited, weirdly, because you're like, what are the chances
like,
of seeing
and
Tucker
I'm here.
Carlson here?
Yeah.
That elevates the hotel.
It weirdly
Celebrities.
But then It was just my friend had a random celebrity sighting. He saw Judge Reinhold at a Cracker Barrel somewhere in the Midwest, and I've always been obsessed with it because it's like
so good.
when you see a celebrity where you're like, what are you doing here?
Cracker Barrel.
But like, come on, we all love a Cracker
We love a
Barrel,
Cracker
right?
Barrel.
They're
We
on
love a
every
Cracker
exit.
And they must be traveling.
Yeah.
They have. They're
Judge
just like
Judge
us.
Reinhold has to eat just the like the rest of us.
I would like to approach him. Can you mediate a dispute between my family? I know you're eating, but this is important.
Yeah. Seemed totally normal.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then
Judge or Tucker?
Tucker. I Wikipedia'd him. And then I was intrigued. He's like a deadhead. He's sober. Joe was going to a meeting and I was like, I probably outed him, but Joe's pretty open about his, I was like, you might see him. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, in the area?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would have been fun. I was saying you should have gotten your baby to have him hold your baby just as a goof.
Yeah.
This is for the Instagram. Help, he's
Just
still
as
my
a
baby.
goof. Oh my God.
So LA mom,
LA
you're in the
moms.
groups. What is it like to be a mom in LA? Because I mean, as we were saying, like New York, it's like you're literally strapping your stroller on your back to go down
carrying
to
it
the
up and
subway.
downstairs.
Oh God, I know.
Is
Yeah.
LA like, more like middle America, or do you find it's like its own thing in terms of
don't-
like parenting?
I guess I don't know because I've only ever parented there, but I've been like a nanny here. I can't speak really for the middle of the country because I'm from here and I've nannied here and spent a lot of time with children here. And now I live in LA and that's where I am a mom. So I can only speak to like those kind of two things. I feel like there's so much woo-woo shit in LA.
Oh my God,
That I
I
have to kind of just be like, okay. Yeah, like especially like when there's like when we've had fires, we've had all this stuff, and it's like people are just like, I mean, I'm getting text messages that are like, I just got information that in 2 days all of the water in LA will be undrinkable. Just wanted to pass that along. And you're like, okay, got it. I just like heart it. I'm like, thank you for thinking of me. Like, I don't know. I guess you thought the apocalypse was nigh and you gave me a text. So I appreciate
hilarious.
you.
You're like,
but like, you
we'll
know,
wait it out. We'll
Yeah.
see.
I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna keep drinking the water out of my fridge and see what happens. And now my body is 80% lead, so I'm a superhero.
How were the fires for you guys? Was your home affected?
I mean, we were close-ish to the East Side fire, but like it had to jump a highway in order to get to us. So we left our home because our power went out and it smelled like smoke in our house. And I was
Yeah.
like,
Oh, that's
And
scary.
then once my son's school got canceled, I was like, well, I'm not sitting in a house with a 4-year-old all day.
Right.
Or at the time he was 3. I was like, I'm not sitting in a house with a 3-year-old with no TV and nothing and no lights. Like, like
no.
so. And then
hell.
and
You
then
have to read from
they
the Bible.
canceled LAUSD later. My daughter goes to public school. They canceled that a little bit later. So then, but before they even canceled her, I was like, we're gonna go. So I was like, it's weird though because like I'm from here, so. Anytime I ever thought anything bad would happen in New York, I was like, oh, I'll just go to my parents' house. Like, I'll just go out there.
Right.
But I'm 3,000 miles away on the other coast. And I'm like, I have one great aunt. I don't think she'd be much of a resource out here.
Right.
And so I was like, what do we do? And so I just kind of was like, I guess we'll just go to the water. So we went to Long Beach, which is like out by the ocean. It's like, I
Yeah.
guess if the fire finds us there, we'll all just get in the water. I didn't know what my strategy was like at all. And so I was like, let's just go to the water. And then the kids like loved it. They were like, well, look, they were jumping on the hotel bed. They thought that it was like the best. And I was like, what's happening?
Oh
Like,
my
I didn't know what was
gosh.
going on because I was like, if it jumps over this one highway, then it will start to affect like communities near mine, but it never did. And we feel super lucky. So we left our house for 2 days.
Right.
And
Okay.
we ended up meeting up with like a bunch of other comedian families, like in another location closer to San Diego. And like, the kids were like, how long are we staying? This is amazing.
Yeah,
like,
a little
and we
weekend
were
trip,
like,
a getaway.
yeah. And I was kind of just like, ugh. But like, then it was like coming back from that. Everybody was like the air quality, the water quality, the ground quality. Like everybody's just, and that's like fine. Everyone's like totally allowed to stress.
Right.
I just think sometimes like the moms in the mom group will be like, I bought an Amazon kit to test the water. And people are like, those don't work. And you're just like watching people go insane back and forth. And you're like, okay, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm more of
Yeah,
like,
you can't get answer.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing to do is look at parent Instagram accounts and be like, I can't wait to see the comments on this.
Yeah.
Because they'll be like, I found a new hack to keep my baby asleep. And then you're like, oh, she's going to get ripped apart.
oh yeah. Like, I don't know why people really even get into that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's like, do you just want to be screamed at constantly?
Yeah, it's like that's
People are
their
just
hobby.
like, you're like, I've literally just posted a picture of
No
my
matter
kid in the
what
car
you're
one
doing.
time, and somebody was like, her seatbelt straps aren't tight enough, and I was like, okay, like,
That's my hobby.
I'm
Mom
like,
expert.
She'll scream constantly if I tighten them up. So I don't know what to say. Like,
And then you're
right.
like, it's all performative.
yeah, it's like, so far so good. I mean, we're alive. One time my dad picked me up in a van with no seats in it and said, lean your back against the back of my seat. And that was how I got home. So like, we're okay.
Right. Parents used to smoke in the same room as us.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I know our parents did not do everything perfectly, but and social emotional, we're trying to stay more Daniel Tiger about it all. But like, I don't know. Yeah, there's just a lot of like people that are just stressing themselves out constantly. I think if you're just like a stressed person, it's like parenthood doesn't make that go away.
Right.
Like that gets very exacerbated. I would say.
The intensive parenting. That's why they had the Surgeon General's warning that they had that last.
Oh yeah, they said it's like literally harmful to your health to be a parent now.
Because I listened to a New York Times. It was the Daily, and they were like, it's because people are doing such intensive parenting, which people didn't really do in the 90s. It was like, go out.
No,
play.
my mom comes, and my mom's a pediatrician, so she's obviously been around kids a lot. But she comes to visit us. She goes, "Wow, I really admire how you get down on the floor with them, like meaning just play with them." Because like she did not do that,
Yeah.
And so it's like, we are doing the like my parents will be like, "Wow, they're a lot," and I'll be like, "Yeah, well, we're not allowed to hit them anymore. We're not allowed to smack them anymore. So I don't know what to tell you. Like I've threatened to take away dessert. I've threatened privileges, and I've done a calm talk down. And besides that, there's really not a lot else I can do.
Right.
Right. And they wear you down.
Totally.
Yeah. It's like a form of torture. It's like a waterboarding.
It's slowly over. Like, I just am like, sure, third hour of TV, whatever, just do it. Because it's like they're just gonna scream.
We have to get
and
through
freak
it.
out. Yeah,
You have to get through it.
I mean, I remember, I always think about my childhood. I think I was in the woods for 8 hours every day.
Yeah.
It was just like Lord of the Rings back there.
Yeah. Just playing.
We just were like a lot more comfortable with being bored. And I feel like even my kids, I don't allow my kid, like, this is no judgment. I just don't personally like let my kids have an iPad or do YouTube or anything. Like
I let them watch Miss Rachel on the TV.
Yeah. Oh, they watch plenty of TV. It's like TV is a different experience than to me, like a small screen in your face.
In a scroll.
Yeah. And scrolling to the next thing. My kids watch long movies like they do, and they get plenty of screen time. I'm not trying to be a Pollyanna about that, but like they still just, even the way I parent, because I don't want to sit around and deal with them being, so I'm like, okay, well, when we wake up on a Saturday, it's like morning activity, lunch, rest, afternoon activity. And then because we've done that for years, they're like, they don't know how to be bored. And I'm seeing that on this trip now because we're at my mom's house, and it's like, we have some coloring stuff and some toys, but they don't have like their full arsenal of shit. And then they've got TV, but I'm not gonna let them watch that constantly. So then it's like, I'm bored, and I'm like, okay, then what would you do with your bored time? And we'd be like, okay, we're out in the woods, like building a fort, and we would go spy on neighbors' empty houses. I mean, like we would keep journals and like hide and spy what my parents were doing. Like we were doing so much shit that was creative, and I'm just worried that even the kids that you're not rotting out with YouTube are still having a hard time because we're in this parenting kind of like, not like rat race, but we're just like, okay, and now we're going to do this. And we're like, we have a membership at this kids museum and this we're going to go to a park and we're going to do this. And like, I just want them to be able to be bored and like find something fun to do.
Yeah, be creative.
I feel like I can't be bored now. I mean, it's like, I'm just
and I should
scrolling.
not talk. I'm like watching a TV show with an action scene and I'm like, on my phone.
Oh, I know.
I
keep
who is this actor? I'm on my IMDb.
All three screens, and then I'm shopping. I'm shopping on the laptop.
Like my husband Jared will be like, okay, do you want to watch a movie? And I'm like, sure. And he's like, will you be off your phone? And then sometimes I'll go, let's watch a movie, but can I be on my phone? Like, can it be the kind of movie that I don't have to pay attention to?
Yeah. Right.
Because I have stuff to do. Like I have like things to order and like whatever. And he'll be like, yeah, but we have to agree on it.
That's why I like reality shows like from 2014. Like Prison Wives is on Hulu right now. And I'm like, oh, great. You just need one brain cell to follow the plot. And you're like, she's a slut.
Yeah.
And she's experimenting with lesbianism.
Yeah.
Like, great. That's all I need.
Well, I always joke that Netflix should just have programming that you can play while you do your taxes.
Well, that's what they say, like Emily in Paris is. They say
I watched
Netflix
that without
says
doing
like
anything.
we're supposed to be folding laundry and looking at our phones. Like that's some of these
It's like
shows
soap
that Netflix
operas.
makes are supposed to be.
Where they're
like on in the background.
But I love
kind
that
of.
show.
The writing is like,
Well, yeah, you look at it and like you'll like the writing's probably not. I don't know. You tell me. Maybe the writing's not awesome, but like then the fashion is awesome. So like you'll look up and be like, wow, you know,
yeah.
or the
Yeah.
scenery
Amazing.
is cool.
Yeah.
You know,
I like them to tell me exactly what's going on. Like,
I like the predicaments.
you're the bitchy
It's-
one in the office.
Right.
Yeah. Like
a lot of exposition.
Yeah.
a lot of tell don't show.
Yes. But you know what? It works.
Yeah.
I think Natalie Cuomo expressed it best. She's like, when you're like, what is Emily in Paris about? You're like, it's Emily and she's in Paris.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Can you believe
it's
it?
exactly
Yes.
that.
That's right. I forgot that she was a fan of that when she came on.
Yeah. I was like, oh, she nailed it. Yeah.
That's why I almost love like Squid Game. I was really
Oh, I watched the first season.
The second one it's great, but because you have to read, so you can't do anything else.
Oh, yeah.
So
Foreign
it's like
film.
you're locked.
Well, that's a third
in.
category with my husband is if he wants to watch something foreign, I'm like, I really don't feel like reading.
It's
but
too
something
much.
that I will do other
Yeah.
times, you know,
Right.
like
If you have to be really decompressed. You have to. It has to be like on a Sunday after you've wrought it all
well,
day.
Squid Game like sucked me in. Like I was into that.
So sucked in.
Kids are obsessed with talking about Squid Game. I think
Are
because
they
it
really?
comes up when you like, well, we have a kids profile for them, but I think if you just go on to Netflix or whatever, they'll see it. My daughter will be like, Jeff saw Squid Game, a kid in my class. I'm like, no, he didn't. Like, no, he didn't. Nobody's parents let them watch Squid Game.
Yeah.
But then somebody did tell me that their parents, like the kids' grandparents, accidentally put on Squid Game because they didn't know what it was, and the kids were asking
my
for
God.
it.
Hardcore?
But then
I've
with
never
it,
watched.
it's like so violent.
It's
like,
one of the most violent shows I've seen in my
like
life.
I was closing my eyes for like a lot of it.
Oh, it's horrific.
But
Okay.
like the grandparents realized pretty quick that it
Yeah,
wasn't the
like-
kind of show that the kids could be watching. But yeah, like my daughter's always like, they've seen Squid Game, like it's some kind of badge of
You're like,
honor.
no,
And I'm like, they've not seen Squid Game.
yeah, that's
Like,
gonna come up in therapy.
they've seen a trailer for Squid Game. Okay, I'll buy that.
Yeah.
Like no one has seen Squid Game in kindergarten.
right,
Like,
right.
Sorry.
It is wild though. It's like they will just show someone like getting shot in the face and like the back of their head being
Yeah,
blown
it's
out.
really
Okay.
well.
Not
It's
for
also
kids.
just like terrifying because it's just like the whole premise is like people are competing for money and it's whoever doesn't die, and so they're just killing people in the most like violent way possible.
Okay.
It's horrific, but I love it.
Makes me think of Arnold Schwarzenegger's movie Running Man.
I never saw that.
which I've never seen.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Is it
It's
a
not his
classic?
best, but it's pretty good.
I like Conan.
It had
Conan
a lot
the
of good
Barbarian.
lines. Oh, that's a great one.
That's a good
I
one.
was really raised on the one where the woman has 3 boobs. What's that one called?
Total Recall?
Total Recall.
Total
I watched Total
Recall.
Recall a lot of times.
Great movie.
Yeah.
I love any Philip K. Dick inspired movies, like the Android ones. What are those? Ugh, fuck. The ones Harrison Ford was in it, and
Tron?
no.
Oh no, you're talking about the
Android.
It has a number.
cut to
in
10
it.
minutes
For
later.
57. It's like Runner 57 or something.
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner.
Blade
Blade
Runner.
Runner.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love those.
Yeah. Blade Runner. Great
And what's
movie.
the new one called? It's like Blade Runner 47 or
2047,
2047. Yeah.
I love futuristic movies because it's like that's in 20 years. It's like we're just gonna
Right.
have more different social media that sucks us in further. We're not gonna have
I
robots.
mean, remember when we were going to party like it's 1999?
Right,
That
yeah.
was so far away at one point.
I feel
my
like
God.
Idiocracy pretty much nailed it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
We're living it.
Beautiful movie.
Yeah.
Beautiful movie.
Speaking of a show that I'm loving, that
Okay.
I get to watch that is my garbage, do my taxes show is The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Oh, I love that.
Do you guys watch
yeah.
it?
I got
Okay.
into that one. I was actually like quite shocked how juvenile they are about sex.
Oh yeah.
It's so
Well, there's-
crazy to me. They're like middle school girls,
Yeah.
but yeah.
It's the whole Mormon community. I find it so fascinating that I almost want to join it as like a goof, like
right.
to write jokes about it.
To,
Like,
yes.
hi, I'm a virgin.
Yeah.
Hi, is there any pastor who's looking for a wife?
Well, what I like about the show so much, though, is that it's like 50-50. It's
Yeah.
like half the sinners and the saints. I like the girls that have like left and are like, let's have a drink. I've got a business. Like, you know?
Yes.
And then the
Yeah.
other girls that are like, that's against the rule. It's like, I don't see you guys packing your garments for these girls' trips. Like, are you guys wearing the garment? Like, I don't
Right,
know.
right.
Like,
Right.
I don't know how serious those girls are either. Like, one girl is like fully in the church, and every video of her online, Whitney, is her like just aggressively twerking and like fucking the air. And I'm like,
Yeah.
whatever God says gets you on your other
I
planet.
do not
Yes.
like Whitney.
Oh, I mean, you're not supposed to. Yeah, you're not supposed to. Like, casting saw her and was like perfect because like
Yeah.
she's so unlikable.
Yes. Well, it's just her. She's so. every intention that she has, she always makes it seem like she's being nice.
Yeah.
But it's just her to be a bitch to someone else.
Yeah. She's like really delusional.
And her face is so fucking frozen.
Yeah.
And she's only 25. Or she
They're
might be
all like 25.
below 30.
The oldest woman I think is 32. And they
Yes.
always make a big deal about how old, like how they're like, well, Jesse's the oldest one. And you're like 32. Ugh, you know, like, and like, but Whitney also like, cause you know, now they know I like it. So it gets served. I don't follow any of them really.
I
but it's
didn't
like,
get to watch season 2.
Oh, okay. It's
Okay.
good. It gets good. It's good.
Because there was a cliffhanger on the first one.
yeah. There's a
I haven't-
cliffhanger
she
in the
was
second
pregnant.
one.
And then they all have horrible husbands.
Horrible. Well, a couple of them have nice husbands. I think Macy's husband seems nice. And yeah, that might be the only one.
Is he a drinking husband?
No, he's like kind of on the fringe. His
Okay.
name's Jacob, like, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But like Whitney also in all of her videos that come to me against my will on my social media.
Yeah, you're being
like,
force-fed.
is like smiling so hard while she's like twerking. It's very cheerleader. Like it
Interesting.
grosses me out. And she's going to be on Dancing with the Stars.
Whoa.
Sorry, that was a big thing that was revealed during the reunion. is
Okay,
that
that's
two
okay.
of the
I don't mind spoilers.
two
I
of
will
them
still
spoilers
push
to be on
through.
Dancing
Yeah.
with the Stars. Jen, who left the last season halfway because of like depression of like her pregnancy was like really affecting her.
Yeah.
She leaves. Then she comes out of the reunion and they're like, okay, one of you is going to be on Dancing with the Stars. And everyone's like, and like, it's Jen. And you just see Whitney be like, nice, so happy for her. And then they go,
That would
and then they
destroy
go,
her.
like 5 minutes later, they go, actually, a second one of you is going to be on Dancing with the Stars, and it's Whitney. And like, they're so excited. And now they're like,
I wish
so
she didn't
funny.
get it so she could
I know.
fucking tear the curtains off
I
the
know,
wall.
but I think they're gonna want someone like her. She's crazy, but and
Yeah.
they both know how to dance. I mean, like all of them dance, I guess.
Yeah. Well, when you grow up in the house of the Lord,
Yeah.
you're a
You're
triple
dancing.
threat.
I grew up
Practically.
around a ton of Mormons.
I dated one.
Oh, really?
Worst experience of my life.
I can't imagine. I mean, like, he couldn't do anything,
No, and he was like,
including drink soda. I mean, or like coffee.
Well, he was defunct at that time, but he's gone back.
Oh, okay.
And I was obviously with him during the defunct time, and he was just a fucking mess.
Yeah.
Just, and I did some, he totaled his car during the daylight because he was racing it.
cool.
And I bought him a motorcycle
Wow.
to help him get him
So
back on his
generous
feet.
of you.
Yeah, you did the Lord's will.
Sounds like you were trying to kill him.
Almost, but yeah, I mean, that's a whole other story. But I left that being like, that guy's awful, but he's not a good representation.
Yeah.
Because there are other friends of mine that are from high school that are Mormons that are actually delightful.
Oh yeah, I liked everybody I went to high school with who was Mormon. I just didn't understand anything about it at the time, except I was like, oh, those kids can't date till they're 16 and they don't drink coffee. And I was like, well, I don't drink coffee and I'm not really dating.
Yeah.
So obviously they're like me.
But I have to say, I admire. I've become a beverage woman, a beverage
I love
girly.
a fun beverage.
The beverages.
I gotta get one of these sodas.
Oh, the
at
sodas.
the
Yeah,
mock-
I'm dying to go to
yeah.
Swig.
Yeah,
Dying.
like the mocktails. Actually, I had a mocktail this weekend. It was like ginger beer, lime, lemon, and just like soda water, and they put like some strawberries in it. I was like, no caffeine, barely any sugar.
Yeah.
Like I'm Mormon. I am Mormon.
But the Mormon girlies do tons of caffeine.
oh, do
Yeah.
they really?
Really?
I thought they weren't allowed to do caffeine. on the
But
show.
on the show, don't they
Yeah.
do Dr. Pepper? Does that not have caffeine?
I don't know. It does.
It
I
does.
think anything brown has caffeine.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
thought. Like Coke.
Mountain
'Cause
Dew
root
has-
beer. Oh, it doesn't. Maybe it's root beer.
they don't. Or maybe it's sinners and saints, and some of them do and don't. And some of them
yeah,
don't.
yeah.
They're pretty good about finding loopholes.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's what's so crazy. It's so crazy to me that you're so religious, but in that religion, like breast implants, lip filler, like all, like everything
Oh, they can take
cosmetic
pills.
is
They can
totally
take pills.
fine.
Yeah.
That's why they all have pill problems. I've seen it on like, remember that old show where it would be like drugs in America, and it would be like the person with the ski mask.
Yeah.
And it was like they had in the Mormon communities, it was like everybody was just addicted to Percocet.
Yeah.
Because it's like God didn't say anything about pills.
Yeah, and they're all dentists.
I guess
Yeah.
on those little tablets that Joseph Smith found, said nothing about Botox
Yeah,
or,
it was a
No.
tablet, in fact.
or BBL
So-
or anything.
yeah.
Anything
Yeah.
to please your man.
Yeah.
I mean, truly, like, I think that's why they're like, I watch also the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. It seems like I have like a Mormon fetish, but I don't. It's just those two.
Yeah.
And like one of the women owns like a place called Beauty Lab that's all fillers and Botox and stuff. Like I think that's huge, and that's all in like Provo, Salt Lake, that area.
Blonde and
like the long extensions.
They're very aesthetic. Also, another thing that's fascinating, a lot of them are really good business people, but I think because they have a strong network, they're also it's one big pyramid scheme.
Of course, it's like
that's what
also
the
where MLMs are huge, and like it's where
essential oils
and like in like a family influencer, like family vloggers and stuff. They're really big in Utah and stuff, you know. So
there are sometimes when you're like on Pinterest and you're like, oh, I think I'm on the Mormon Aesthetic.
Totally.
It's a certain font, a certain color. They're very beige moms.
Yeah. I mean, all of the girls on Mormon Wives, it feels like none of them have a single piece of furniture in their home.
No, it's
like one white couch,
minimalism.
and that's it.
It's the millennial like bear aesthetic, whatever the like Airbnb bear.
Yes.
I could get sucked in though. I feel like I am so anything that's like a cult, I'm like, I think I love it.
It's always fun in the beginning.
It's fun in the beginning.
Yeah.
Until you can't have sodas
well, that's
anymore.
the same thing with MLMs. When you start, when you get into an MLM, if you get in on the ground floor, those people actually do make money, and they do get the Lexus or whatever. You know?
Right.
But then it's like you like most people get sucked in at like level 20, and it's like, no, there's no money anymore. Like you're just now we need your money.
You have to go to another community.
Yeah.
But I love the promise. You know, you go in for like your Avon orientation and they're like, you could make it. That's where I want to live, just in the Delulu.
You're a boss babe. Like
I'm
you're
a
gonna
boss
do
babe.
this.
I have an office that I'm renting on my husband's credit card.
But yeah, the oldest girl on that show, the elderly,
32.
who's 32. She has like her own hair business. She's the richest of all of them by far, I think.
Yeah.
She's like a good business person.
So you're into the Salt Lake City Housewives.
Well, I'm into all the housewives. I'm a housewives girl.
Yes.
And then through that, obviously, they targeted me on Secret Lives, and I go, I'm not going to watch this. Like the girl that made a video while her kid was in the NICU, like next to the kid. I don't think so. And then I got
didn't she do
so
a dance?
sucked in. No, she did like a full like one of those TikTok dances that's like really rigid, and like it's like you said, she's like a villain, but she thinks everything she's doing is good, and so she's like,
that's the perfect
They
villain.
had just taken my baby off the oxygen, and he was breathing on his own, and I just thought, let's do something fun.
Yeah.
Let's just do something fun right next to the baby. Like,
it's impressive if you just gave birth.
No, the baby was a little older.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But still, it was just kind of like, you didn't think that was going to look weird. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know where your mind does. Or maybe you did. And you're just like, wow, I'm going to just do something totally fucked up and blow up the internet. And it did get her a lot of attention.
Well, that's how you get famous.
Yeah.
And that's why I'll be having a baby.
Yeah.
She's not wrong. That's she's provocative.
It's a race to the bottom.
And you know, the swingers scandal's what brought everybody in. But anyway,
that was a great
I
one.
started as a housewives. I got sucked into, I don't really watch any other reality, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in Bachelor's never appealed to me.
My husband and I call that kind of stuff, we call it fuck life.
Right.
Like anything that's like, we're trying to hook up, we're trying to get married, like any of that, we
Love
don't really
Island,
watch.
Because
I tried to watch it, I couldn't get into it either.
Love
it's too
is Blind.
It's also too far along the evolution that it's like they just coming up with dystopian stuff now, where it's like your husband's going to go in the cheating tent with 3 women, and if they kiss you're going to see like a light flashing. And then
my God.
You know, you can talk to him.
Where do they come up with this
crazy?
shit?
It's just totally jumped the shark.
Yeah. Like, because I watched the first season of Love is Blind in pandemic when there was nothing to do. And I was like, okay.
It feels like it's shot on a spaceship. Like they're just flying in space,
another
dating.
planet. Yeah. And the thing about Love is Blind that's so annoying now is they're like, we're trying to figure out, is love blind? It's like, well, it's season 10. I think we know.
Right.
None of them have worked out for the ugly people. It's never worked out.
No.
Like, and I tried to watch 90 Day once, and I literally watched one episode with a friend, and she goes, I think this is supposed to be good. I watched it. I go, okay, so what I'm seeing is a 19-year-old girl that came from a foreign country to marry a 57-year-old man
trafficking.
who will not buy her a $90 wedding dress for their wedding day. Yeah. So I think I'm looking at sex trafficking. Like, this feels weird, and I don't want to watch this. And people are like, no, it's funny. Like, and then people are like, no. You gotta watch before the 90 days. That's the shit.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay. And then people are like, no, that's not good anymore. Now you gotta watch Love After the 90 Days. And
It's
I'm like, I
so
don't.
many spinoffs. It's just deeply, and I do watch it shamefully, in full shame, but it's just deeply dysfunctional relationships that you watch and you're like, well, thank God that's not me.
Yeah.
Yes, that's how I was with A&E intervention when I was an alcoholic.
sure.
I would always be like, well, I'm not that
Must.
bad.
Yeah.
So I can keep going.
Yeah.
I'm not injecting meth into my toes. And
Oh my God,
I don't
yeah.
know how they did that show. It's like, aren't you supposed to
I think they ended up going to Canada for later on in the seasons. They had to dip outside of the U.S.
where people wouldn't like sign releases, I'm sure.
yeah,
right?
or knowing that they were about to hit an intervention.
Right.
Hey, can
Yeah.
I film you shooting meth in your toes? Is that weird?
They probably
Yeah.
pay. I would assume there's some unethical stuff on the side,
Oh,
paying them money to get their
surely.
drugs.
I think also sometimes they tell people, "Oh, this is a documentary for something," and
Yeah.
like, da-da-da, and then it ends up being
Yeah. And it's like they're out of their mind because they drink 87 light beers a day.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's fucked up.
and also, you are highly self-centered that you're like, I'm going to be on film. It's all
Sure.
about me.
I mean, you see a lot of people that just want
I'm
to
a
be on
star.
TV.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
mind-blowing.
I just kind of watch Housewives and
Housewives,
then
I consider
Drag
it
Race.
sports.
So Housewives is my sports.
It is. I understand that's not a super original thought, but like Joe he doesn't want us to have like TV on all the time in the background, but he'll play sports. And to him, he's like, that's good. And I'm like, but so is Real.
Yeah.
Yeah, just having it on
Well,
in the
Guy
background.
Branum has a great joke about this.
Does
He's
he?
like,
Okay.
he's just kind of like,
I think men
I'm
have
gonna
such it's so annoying how they're like, what they do is fine, but what we do is not.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, like guys, like his joke is something along the lines of like, sure, this guy got traded to this team, and that feels like a betrayal. But how is that any different than like Teresa Giudice or the Gorga
yeah.
showing up to the christening and you know
Yeah,
or whatever,
yeah.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Because it's a long game of emotional warfare.
Yeah.
It
And
is.
sports is an emotional mental game as well. So
Yeah.
I consider them very similar.
Yeah, men can't
and
understand.
I just want to play Housewives in the background while I'm hanging out with my kid.
Yeah.
Because
love
I get
Housewives.
bored.
I've been.
they
a
also
big
do
fan since the
activities
beginning.
too, and you love the. It's like,
Oh, I love the
We're
trips.
we're going for a dinner party. You're like, ooh, aesthetic.
Yeah, like they're on the beach doing a dinner party that none of us will probably ever go to.
Yeah, and
Something.
you're like,
no offense.
oh, it
I'm
feels
like,
like-
I don't
it
think
feels
I'm ever
like
going to get
you're
invited
there.
on like a place where I get dropped off on a cruise boat and then I'm doing
Right. And
you
there's
know?
a whole table display of a spread. If you
so that every woman can eat 2 bites of food.
Yeah.
if what city do you think you would fit in the most?
Ooh, good one.
Thank you.
New York, I think,
Oh,
because
yeah.
like but
I
except
think you'd be great on
but
that.
it would be the old New York because they tried to do a new New York and
I didn't
Right.
like the new New York.
I wasn't
No
really
one
down with the
did.
new New York. And also I think it's like, first of all, we have to stay with older women. Like stop trying to get 28-year-old, 30-year-old housewives. Like I want women that are like
Yeah.
about to get divorced or like they're in their, or they're single after
I
a
just
big
like
messy
alcoholism.
divorce. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
also fun.
Yeah.
But like they're just the reason why we like Sonia, Ramona, all those people. Like
Yeah.
I mean, Ramona's a full like white
Bull in a
nationalist,
China
but like
shop, yeah.
we like eventually they get
lovable
to a
one.
point
Yes.
that's so bad that I am like get them off. Like
Yeah,
when I
right.
did want Ramona to go, but
But that's
like
part of the entertainment.
yeah.
That's
like,
part of the fun.
Like it got right up there with some Sonia where I was like, oh, I think we need to get her into rehab. I don't know. Like I just like those women because like I heard another comic, Brian Safi, I heard on a podcast one time say like this is the only place where we see women of that age in reality, like in their
Yeah.
40s, 50s, like mid to late 40s and 50s, like and even 60s sometimes, like living their lives. 'Cause
Right.
everything in fuck life is like, I'm 19, I'm a vet
Right,
tech,
right.
and I'm here to fuck, like
I know. Like
it's
I want to
different.
see you like running Zarin fabrics.
Yeah,
Right.
I want to see
Did
that.
you pay for the step and repeat? Yeah,
I want to see you. I want to see the hookup culture at the Carlisle.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yes. Oh, well, I've been to, wait, what hotel is it? It's the Regency, but the Carlisle absolutely as well. But the Regency is the one where they caught Luann's husband making out with someone. And I went there, obviously, with
I went there once,
a
hoping.
friend. Yeah.
Yes.
I went there with Katina Correa and Allison Leiby, 2 other New York comics.
fun.
We did see Harry Dubin, a man who has hooked up and been married to several housewives.
Is that Bethany Frankel's?
No, he was married to Aviva.
Oh, okay.
He has hooked up with Ramona and Luann and Sonia.
Gotcha.
Wow.
There's like there's like pictures of them, and whenever they're making out and the press shows pictures, it's like, okay, like it just feels like they're trying to eat each other's
No,
faces. But
too old. Now it's too old.
Now it's too old. Now it's too old. But I saw him in real life and was like, oh my god, ladies, you can all do so much better than this man.
I know.
But I'm like a fan. I'm a fan.
Well, that's what. Oh, sorry.
It makes me feel excited about going into older age.
Yeah.
And being fabulous and being rich.
Right. That's
You
why
know,
I
it's
like
like that's the fantasy.
the Tracy J.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, well, she still sports like pigtails. So if she's doing it, then I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
The fashion choices. What is your take on when glam teams hit in?
That's kind of.
I liked it, and at the same time, it feels unfair.
Yeah, like, because I feel bad sometimes they get a housewife that's like not quite as rich and can't afford their glam to come to like the Bahamas, or like bringing glam to Europe. Like, that seems so crazy.
Well, they say that they're like getting bankrupted by all the costs on the show.
Right.
Remember when that woman killed herself a few years ago? She was like a socialite and she was wealthy. And then it was revealed after she committed suicide, she was like $10 million deep in debt, and she was just spending just to keep up.
Was that the fashion designer?
Yeah, she was a fashion
to
designer.
Mick Jagger. Forgot her.
She had been, I think, dating.
There's another one that happened. It was a husband that committed suicide in the Hamptons.
Yes.
And they were also an extreme amount of
they were in
debt.
$50 million and just spending their expenses were crazy.
Yeah, that's like literally becoming like the postscript of the American dream. Is like women can stop working so that their husbands can take on all the financial burden and then get into so much debt that they have the zero emotional intelligence to access their fear about that. And so they just drive themselves into an economic hole and then call it a day. Like, I mean, I don't know.
Death of a salesman.
It's like
Willie
really,
Loman.
really nuts.
Yeah,
like,
it's very wild.
Willie was just trying to go door to door. Yeah. You know, these people are like, if I can't get a place in St. Bart's this year, might as well not be here. You know, like, it's so
I'll
nuts.
take a second lien on my house and not tell my wife about it.
It's like the shit they did on Mad Men and stuff too. You know, it's it's an age old, I would say, American.
Love it because it's so fascinating.
Fascinating.
I didn't realize how much debt people can get themselves into.
Same.
It must get into an area that you don't even believe it's real anymore.
Right. At a certain point, you're just like, whatever.
What's another million if I'm already 8 million in?
I mean, that number for me would be like $10,000. I'd be like, I'm already fucked.
Do you guys remember when Scott Moran used to do Modern Comedian or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, so I remember one of our friends like started talking about being in debt, and I was talking to another comic about it, and he was pretty successful. He was a successful comic, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm in like so much debt. And I go, why? And he's like, well, every time I move, I just don't pay any of my old bills, and then I like let the bills all go to the old address, and then just like, go into like you know what is it called? Not like foreclosure, but like when you go into
like collections agency.
And then like you just
because you don't want to do errands.
And you're like just. It made me so stressed out because I'm so stressed about money and like making sure that I don't go into debt.
on top of it.
And so like I just was like, but when you see how much people are willing to just go into debt and then just keep spending, I don't know what their thought is.
That's
That they
what
could
they
just
say,
file
like,
bankruptcy and make it go away. I don't know. I don't understand.
You see somebody and you're like, oh my God, they're wealthy. But then you just realize that they're just totally comfortable being in like $80,000 of
like I feel like if I was
debt.
in $5,000 of debt, I would be like crying myself to sleep every
Freaking
night.
out.
Like,
Right,
I don't
because
know.
you know that the interest rate on that is going to keep
astronomical.
you can't even make a dent around the $5,000 mark if it's mind blowing.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about it.
And we're done. But I wanted to ask before we close out, Kara, do you have a journey that you're on? Anything you want to share with us that you're into right now?
Overnight oats.
Oh my
transforming
God.
your life.
Skincare.
I know. I feel like I'm bad because you guys told me you were going to ask me this, and I was like, what am I into? I don't really do a ton of stuff like that, but I will say Housewives related.
Yeah.
On the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, which do you watch?
I've watched a few times, and one time I was so taken aback by one woman just pissing herself on the party bus that I was like,
she puked and pissed herself on the party bus.
Wow. Salt Lake City.
That's the one who owns the beauty lab.
but nobody was like, I think you need help. Like that would be a rock bottom
It
for
was
me.
like, I know, and it was
Pissing
like
yourself
it
on
was so
TV.
many espresso martinis, and I was like, why are you guys acting like these are a new drink? Like these have been around since I waitressed when I was
since
20.
08.
Espresso
I know.
martinis will. I've never had one and I never will because it would destroy me. I mean, I can't even imagine.
Well, this one had like 4. And
They're like Red Bulls and vodkas. You're up for, but you're drunk. So
yeah. So you're like telling
very
people your
special needs.
screenplay.
Yeah.
Let me pitch it to you.
I am not allowed to have Red Bull and vodka anymore since around 2007. That was a cutoff for me. But on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, this one woman, these two women were fighting, and one woman said to the other one, "You have high body count hair." And like it was so mean, but it was so funny to me. Like you seem like a slut because your hair is like kind of dried out or whatever. I don't know what it was saying. Like she basically had kind of like, you know, what I see on every show, wavy, big, whatever hair.
Yes.
And And one of the other housewives goes, she goes, what does she mean I have high body count hair? And the other one goes, well, you really could use Kara Thermatique is what the housewife said. And she name dropped this thing. She actually said it the wrong way. It's Kara Thermique, which I did buy because of the show.
Yeah.
And because I'm always on a hair journey. I would say more than
your hair looks great. I saw it when you walked in. I was like, wow, love it.
I love my hair, but I have lost so much of it since having kids.
I'm doing
I
Rogaine.
used to have so much more. My hair would grow to here. Now it's like I cannot get it longer than this. Like it's just so. Anyway, I heard them say that, and then obviously that housewife immediately got a brand deal with that brand. I ordered like the smallest thing of it this big, and it was expensive, but it is great. It makes
I
my
might
hair
check it
so smooth, and like I didn't use it. If you're looking at me today and you're like, well, I don't really see it. I didn't use it. I didn't use it today, but when I've used it, I get compliments. People, I'm always like, Kara Thermique. Like it's.
We're gonna have to lock that in.
I want it.
Yeah.
I want it too now.
I mean, I'll buy anything that's expensive that someone recommends to me. I'm like, I'll just piss money into the wind.
Yeah, I mean, you just use like a pearl of it, so I don't think you need like a huge jug of it. You just use a little bit to work it through your hair, and I have super thick.
It's a leave-in conditioner.
It's you know what's so funny about it? They don't even tell you what it is really on the thing. I think it says that it's like I think it says it's like a hair milk. It doesn't really tell. And so I use it as like straightening. I put it into damp hair and use it like when I'm blow drying my hair out.
That's so funny. They don't tell you how to use it.
Really so like, hilarious. Oh, this is for straightening your hair. They're like, I don't know, girl, if you don't know. It's kind of like a restaurant with no prices on the menu.
Yeah, it's
brilliant.
Like,
if you have to ask, I don't know what to tell you.
Brilliant.
You know?
That's the best advertising. Hair milk.
Yeah, the hair milk. So Kara Thermique, that's the hair journey I'm on right now. I'm using that.
No, I appreciate that.
And Kara, you just released an album.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I have one album.
You have a new podcast.
And it came out 6 years ago. So go get that.
Go get her album.
But you have a new podcast.
I have a new podcast.
Yes.
I have an older podcast called That's Messed Up. That's about Law and Order SVU. If anyone's interested in Law and Order SVU, we recap episodes and talk about the true crime that it's based on, and then we interview actors from the show. So
cool.
It's like 3 podcasts in one, and
it's work.
But then I have this new one that's really great. That's called Who's the Bitch?
Yes.
With Jackie Zabrowski, former New York comedy
love
gal.
Jackie, Jack the Worm.
Yes, Jack that Worm, and she and I basically made like an Am I the Asshole type podcast, but for like normal people and like women and gay men.
I love
because
it.
Am I the Asshole is always like, oh, my wife gave birth 2 weeks ago and she won't fuck me. Should I leave? Like, you know what I mean? Like, or it's always just like men asking like questions. It's like, you are the asshole. Or women going, I'm with this guy, and everyone's like, run. So ours is like, I would say it's kind of a combo of Am I the Asshole and normal gossip. It's like people call in, they leave voicemails or they write emails or DMs, and they give us like their situation, and we kind of tell them who's the bitch.
That's an amazing concept.
Social dilemmas.
I love it.
It's social dilemmas, literally.
Yes.
We'd call them situations,
because
know?
In that case, let me run one by you.
Yeah.
Can I run one by you?
Oh, yes. I mean, I don't have my partner with me, but
okay. So
I think I can handle it.
This is what we need as women, because I'm in a situation where I lived in my apartment for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We paid $28 for the security deposit. My landlord.
$28?
$2,800.
Okay.
Excuse me.
I was like,
$28. Yeah.
What a deal.
We got a steal.
Hope you get it back.
So our landlord, she was like nice, but never really like responded. We had like, it was cheap in there. Like the cabinets were kind of falling apart. She never really fixed it. You know how it is.
Right.
So we moved out. I filled in all the holes. I sanded them down. They were beautiful. We cleaned everything. And she was like texting us like, where's the screen? I don't know where the screen to the window is. Meanwhile, we've never gotten in there. But for about 8 months, we had major construction on the outside of that room and on the inside where people were going in and out. Like we weren't even there.
Yeah.
So she only paid us $2,500 back, claiming because the screen is missing.
$300 for a screen.
$300 for a screen. And then she said $50 to get the stove cleaned because the stove was filthy. But this is an old ass stove.
Right.
Yeah, it's not going to get clean.
Yeah. And so we were like, well, we don't agree with that.
Yeah.
And she sent us a whole thing back like, you guys destroyed the screen. And
the
It's
terminology.
like, I almost want to take her to small claims court to be like, I'm so sick of getting fucked.
I know.
Because it's like we didn't mess up anything. If she had said it was for the holes, I would be like, okay. There were some holes. I tried to fill them in. I did my best.
Yeah.
But for the screen, it's like you
Listen, this
What do you
woman
think?
was going to figure it. This woman was going to figure out a way to fuck you anyway.
Yeah,
At least
yeah.
she's not withholding the entire thing.
Right.
If she was withholding the entire thing, I'd be like, see you on small claims court. Like,
Yeah.
I want you to do that. Like, I'll be your lawyer. I have a degree from Law USA Network, Law and Order, SVU University. I always say, but like, I just think for $350, it's not really
I know, it's
worth
like-
your time. You're a busy woman.
I'm a busy
and
girl.
She's a bitch, but she's a landlord. And that's like what you expect.
Yeah.
They're going to twist you. They're going to get you any way they can.
Right.
I wouldn't waste the time if I were you. But I understand that you're
principle.
mad.
But
I
she's
wish there
the
was a way
bitch.
you could like yelp her. Oh, she's the bitch.
She's
She
the
is the
bitch.
You didn't lose the screen. I mean, if you lost the screen, it's because
How
it
do we
fell
take-
out and it's down at the bottom.
How
of
would you
the-
lose the screen?
How do
Like
we
you're
take-
taking it into the city with you?
Right,
Yeah.
right. Like we take the screen out and then we dispose of it.
Yeah.
That's like crazy.
Yeah.
We didn't even ever open that window.
Yeah.
Like the air conditioner wasn't in there.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
So it's like could have easily happened during that. I mean, you could threaten to take her to small claims court and see if she will cough up the money and
I
say,
know.
actually, if you're like, my dad's actually a lawyer. I don't even know who your dad is, but some little threats.
Yeah.
That could be like,
I feel like the only thing I really need is the solace of knowing that she's the bitch.
That's all.
Yeah. That's all.
she's the bitch.
You-
Also, in New York City, landlords are supposed to paint the occupied places every 3 years. Were you there for more than 3 years?
4.
I love Lex. Lex is always like, we got to get her on a technicality. Lex is going to be my lawyer. I'm going to get Lex in
That's
there
what
as
I'm
my
saying. If you're
advocate.
like, I could take you to court. You never painted it. This happened. You could
Yeah.
like give her a laundry list of things that she kind of did fucked up and be like, if we don't get this $350 back, I have no choice but to pursue legal action.
Yeah.
And then don't if she
yeah.
it's a bluff,
She also didn't tell us until 14 days. It was like a month after, and it's supposed to
Right.
be legally. Like I've got her on that.
Yeah.
But whatever. I just need to know that she's a bitch.
She's a bitch.
I'm the angel. I'm the angel.
just making my stamp of bitch. She's a bitch.
Bitch.
It's not you. You did nothing wrong.
I can't wait to listen to your podcast. It
Oh,
sounds
it's fun.
hysterical.
We have a great time.
Oh, I
and
love
we
it.
we get some wild calls sometimes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, thanks for listening. Follow our Patreon. $5, $10.
Yes.
We've lost some people lately, and we need more.
We get it. We're off track.
Yeah, we're off track, but we're getting
always
on
off
track. I know. I'm like the second I'm like, I think I'm getting on track. That means I'm about to get violently derailed.
Right.
So we're getting on track. But anyway, Lady Journey.
Lady Journey.